Hey everyone, John the Renegade here. Got into the Project Spark beta. It finally came to Xbox One yesterday. I've played with it for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Messed with the little map tools just to get a general feel for what it's like. And I was really excited when this was announced last E3. It's like, oh, this seems like a really cool concept. I've never messed with any of these content creators other than like The Forge and Halo and things. Something very rudimentary, very simple. This is very complicated, and I really haven't grasped the depth of what you can do. I've seen some of the community stuff is really impressive. I'm nowhere near there yet. Not quite sure how I feel about this all in all. There's a lot of tools and a lot of content and stuff you can use to make things, but when you first start playing, all of it is locked. You can't access any of it unless you play other people's stuff and you spend X amount of time doing. Then you start to unlock more tools. Of course, if you want, you can spend real money to buy in-game currency to unlock more characters to use in the game modes, more types of buildings and structures and things like that. You can't even play other people's game modes unless you have all the content they use to make it unlocked. It's very... I just think it's counterproductive, and I don't know if I'm really going to play this anymore. It's just not exactly what I thought it was going to be. The art style is really cool. Everything's really interesting. The controls on the controller and how you do everything are really confusing at first, and you're going to hit up and down and to switch tiers, and then you realize you got to hit A before you can switch anything, or hold the L bumper. It's a little bit of a learning curve. It's real frustrating at first, but once you play with it a little bit, it gets a little more comfortable. They give you lots of options for changing density, and size, and shapes, and painting, and doing all this other stuff. And I've only got one building that I can use. I can put goblins, and I have the default character who looks like he's ripped right out of Fable, that I can build things around. But so far, all I've done is just mess around like it's a paint. I've changed the topography up and down, tried to create what looks like natural looking mountainscapes and hills, and they just look like Minecraft blocks or just real funky bubbles growing out of it. Of course, you're not limited to this little space. You can expand the borders, and as far as I can tell, it goes as far as you can do it. I got tired of trying to grow the map in one of my sessions, and I just was like, okay. There's also an option where you can quickly paint the entire landscape. It'll automatically propagate trees and things of that nature, and you can hit the back button to get rid of everything. There's some of those Minecraft blocks, depending on which shape you use. All in all, I'm not as enthusiastic about it as I was before I got hands-on. Not saying that it's a bad experience, but it's just not something that I think I'm particularly good at or going to be good at. I'm pretty creative. I can write, I can do all this other stuff, but I've never tried building my own worlds in games. I'm more, I could do a story, a collaborative process with someone really well, but the actual minute adjustments, messing around with stuff, it's not really sticking with me. So I just figured I'd give everyone a quick glimpse at what I've been doing with this. I don't think I'm going to do too many more videos or any more videos on this. I know Titanfall's next week, so let's give you guys a brief look at some of just the very basic stuff. I haven't even played it long enough to get in depth and really get into all the tools and see what's really capable. But for those of you who aren't in the beta or just curious, kind of because people are talking about it, here's a quick glimpse of what it looks like and what I think. That's pretty much it, man. Thanks for watching.